Frenchman Christian Sarron, in his last season of 500cc Grand Prix racing before his retirement, had a disastrous practice. He crashed the Gauloise Yamaha in the early stages of the first session. And there was a lamentable lack of marshalling skills. And just look at the way that the medical authorities handled the injured Sarron, lifting him up by his crash helmet and breaking every rule in the book. The Yugoslavian authorities definitely ought to be hauled over the coals following this incident. Sarron was left with a dislocated right shoulder and severe concussion, as well as a broken little finger on his right hand. Everyone agrees that Rijeka is an excellent track, but many of the aspects of the organisation are just not up to scratch, as a furious Schwantz discovers when a spectator is allowed to wander across the track, seemingly oblivious to the high-speed danger. Schwantz just can't believe his eyes. The field lines up for the 125cc race, round 6 of the 125cc World Championship. And in pole position, its former World 125cc champion, Jorge Martinez. The field powers away from the start, but there's disaster lying in store before they even reach the first corner. Just look at what happens as a man in the middle of the pack strikes one of the straw bales marking the exit of the pit road. There are bikes and riders flying everywhere, but miraculously, nobody was very badly hurt in this incident, though Britain's Robin Appleyard shows his disgust at exactly what happened. It's a carbon copy of an accident which took place in the European Championship race just 3 weeks earlier. The race is immediately stopped. Despite the spectacular nature of that 11-man pile-up on the first corner, it's a miracle that nobody is badly hurt. One notable absentee from the grid will be Wilco Zeelenberg after this practice crash. It looks as if the Honda seizes, leaving a black line down the track, and the bike carries on at racing speed right up the hill, making the spectators dive for cover over the Armco barrier. Zeelenberg left with a broken wrist following that high-speed incident. Wilco Zeelenberg had been lying in third position in the World Championship, and this crash a massive blow to his title hopes, especially coming just before his home Grand Prix. A black line left down the road as the Honda appears to seize. Zeelenberg goes sliding onto the grass, but the Honda keeps upright until the terrain just gets too much for it. And the bike somersaults up the bank, and the spectators disappear quickly over the barrier, and you can't blame them for that. Down towards the first corner for the 500cc race, the bales are removed, but they'll be put back after the first lap. It's rainy from Doohan, and a brilliant start also from Neil Mackenzie as Ron Haslam goes down, and alongside him, his teammate in the Kajiva squad, that's Randy Momola. The race goes on, and it's Rainey forging away at the front. He's already opening up a gap over Mick Doohan. Neil Mackenzie and Pier Francesco Killy. A dreadful start from the number 34 bike of Kevin Schwantz. Oh, and down goes Killy, and with him goes Pons. The Italian and the Spaniard go crashing out of the race together. Let's just look at that again in slow motion. Doohan's well clear of it. Around the left-hander, and it looks like Pons loses the front end, and the bike of Killy rides up the rear of the machine belonging to Sito Pons, and they both go crashing out of the Yugoslavian Grand Prix, and Pons doesn't look very well at all. And again, the shortcomings in the standard of medical facilities at the Yugoslavian circuit being highlighted by the manhandling that Sito Pons gets at the trackside. There is a very good mobile clinic which goes around to all the Grand Prix races, but the actual trackside medical attention is left to the circuit itself. And it seems that in the case of Rijeka, the standard leaves a lot to be desired. Killy at the trackside, in fact, isn't terribly badly hurt as the ambulance bearing Sito Pons makes its way back to the paddock. The Rijeka track has plenty of grip, so at the moment it's okay. Kozinski leading. Cadalora now second. Cardus in the third position as they round the right-hander. Bradl and Wimmer side by side, Roth behind them. Oh, and a terrible accident there as Reinhold Roth collides with a rider going much more slowly. Alex Creville involved in that accident too. And 3 riders go down. Alex Creville on the red and white Honda. Darren Milner, a terrible accident which leaves Reinhold Roth with severe injuries. And the red flag is out. The race has been stopped.